emphasizes, or it tries to, is the sort of a survival aspect of it. It's not survival horror, but it's kind of survival, because you need when you go up to the surface or you go through spots of radiation, you need a gas mask, and on that gas mask you need a filter, and you need to replace those pretty constantly. There's also a charger for your flashlight, because you need the flashlight to get through dark tunnels, and sometimes it can actually take down some, or at least sort of give you some time to move away from enemies. It damages some enemies a bit. But, throughout the game, I'd say there were a few spots in the game where I was like, really, like, oh man, I'm low on ammo. I have very few filters left. This isn't good. But I'd say 95% of the game, I had no problem getting filters, getting ammo. So the whole survival thing is really, I just went out the window. Like I said, I was plowing through the game, so there were times where I would just be spraying and praying, and just I didn't run out of ammo, because you can pick up ammo from your opponents after they're dead. So, there's that too. Sorry, let me take a quick look at my notes. There's a few things I think I wanted to say. Yeah, the whole political plot device of the factions. I see the idea. And again, that's the thing about this game, is that this game had a lot of good ideas that were just poorly executed, and that's a shame, because they had some good ideas, but one of the story points about the whole political coup, and then the politics between different factions, it was really just getting boring. They didn't do it very well. Yeah, that's the case. In terms of the gameplay, it can be fun to sneak around whenever you can, but the gameplay itself is nothing special. The game, the gun mechanic, the guns, and the way you take down guards, you can do it stealthily or not. None of it's too special. It's not really anything we haven't seen, and honestly, it's done better in games like Call of Duty. Which, even though the campaigns are kind of maligned by so many people, the campaigns do, stealth and stuff. That gameplay is much better than this. Let's put it that way. Yeah, sorry. Look at my notes one more time, because there was a lot of things I want to say about the game. Pretty sure I've said most of them, but one thing that was just, good for Dmitry Glavkovsky, the novelist of the book, Metro 2033, and then the subsequent sequel, Metro 2034. Good for him. Great. He's apparently going to come out with another one. How do I know this? I didn't look on a website or anything. No, it's in the game. There are books, Metro 2033, 34, 35, or 33, 34, and then it literally says in the game, multiple times in the game. Like when you're passing something, it'll say on a billboard, Metro 2035 coming in December 2013. And that's actually when he plans to do the book. And, it's just blatant product placement that just kind of took me out of the immersion. I'm like, it was just really weird. It was just really strange to see that. It's like, oh, I'm in this cool community of this underground people, and then hey, you get stuck with this billboard and all the novels sitting on the table of Metro 2035 coming December 13th. It took me out of the immersion, and it's just blatant. It's just right there, and not just once, not just twice. It happened throughout the game. So there was that too. This one thing that I haven't mentioned, I don't think I mentioned, is that there besides the factions, there are also these things called the Dark Ones, which are extraterrestrials. Again, it's never really explained why they came to Earth, but they apparently came to Earth after the bombs fell, after it was a wasteland. They made it their home, and then they weren't really. It didn't. The game didn't seem like it didn't. Hint that they were hostile, but and before the game starts, Artyom apparently basically hit their entire home, hit the whole Dark One's home with missiles, and so killed all of them except one apparently. And you're looking for the Dark One for the whole game, kind of. I mean, it kind of is just an overlaying objective, but it kind of pops in again there and here and there, and it's an incohesive experience. This game, it really is. It's just you got all these good ideas, all these different things that they were trying to do, but it just is executed so poorly and so just half-assedly concocted, So yeah, I mean, and then the end of the game, not gonna spoil it, minor spoilers, it sucks. I mean, it's just when you finally find the Dark One and trying to help him get his people and all that, which I found the Dark One interesting. He was interesting, but it just yeah. I mean, the way they did it was just kind of like, okay, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. After our whole journey through several chapters near the end of the game, and then bye. That's it. And that it's weird. And then the last basically fight is it's kind of just stand there and hold the line. That's what it is, and it's not a very good game. I didn't. One good thing I did like. It was kind of cool that every section of the metro. I mean, every section is pretty much the same, but the way every section is sort of its own city state. So it's you have different districts, and each district is different. Like you'll have the Nazi district, which is obviously horrible and full of prisons where they do terrible things. You'll have the Polis, which is essentially military. Military district, and then you'll have you'll have the Bolshoi, the Russian Bolshoi theater, and underneath the theater are the surviving actors, and they put on shows for people that all across the metro come to see, and that was pretty cool. I like that. It's kind of, it makes the world feel more real, and it was very cool. And I also really liked throughout the game. I think my favorite part of this game was just hearing the conversations as I just passed by, hearing the conversations of people that had lost, like the wife that had lost her husband, who was a soldier recently, and she was trying to tell her child like exactly what happened. And and there's this other one where this girl was married to this guy, and the guy was executed, and she was left alone, and she was talking to this other girl, and she was just afraid and alone. And that was actually the most emotion in the game, was just those little conversations, because those conversations were going for 2 or 3 minutes each one, and those conversations were pretty damn interesting, and you found quite a bit of them throughout the game. And that's really what I enjoyed. That's really what I enjoyed about the game. Sorry, I was looking over there. I keep forgetting to look at the camera. But yeah, that's what I really enjoyed about the game. So I'm pretty sure that's all I have to say about Metro Last Light. I'm disappointed, definitely disappointed. But glad I played it just to know what I probably should have missed. For a review score for Metro Last Light, I am gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Not a great game. I don't know. Play Fallout. Play Fallout. That is the post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland that you want to play. All right. Yeah. All right, guys and girls. Hopefully, This is Late Great Game Reviews. I'm Apollo Wilson, and I will see you next time.